know you're beautiful, you're perfect just like you are.
Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Georgia. If you're new, welcome, and if you're not, welcome back. In today's video, I'm gonna be going over the difference between delusion, illusion, and hallucination. I know on this channel I already did a video between the difference between delusion and hallucination, but since that I'm a psych nurse now, I can better um like define them for you guys. So if you guys want to see this video, make sure you guys go ahead and like the video, share the video, subscribe, and also leave a comment down below. So let's get started with the video. So as I said, I have my little paper. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning. I can't sleep. So I'm like, you know what? Let me use my time and just do a YouTube video for you guys, an educational YouTube video instead of doing my hair. Okay, so I'm gonna be going over the difference between delusion, illusion, and hallucination. So with delusion is a fixed false belief or judgment about external reality despite of lack of evidence. Okay, so this is one example is like a person, you go up to the person's like, oh, I'm the president of America, but I'm just letting Joe Biden run America for now, but I'm the president. I'm the president of America. I own 5,000 facility in the world. I have $2 million in the bank, and I am the God of all gods. So that is an example of delusion, and that's an example of grandiose delusion. So I will be going over the different types of delusion for you guys with hallucination. So hallucination is it's like a misrepresentation of reality. So it's a false misrepresentation of reality. So basically an example is like a child perceives trees at night, saying that they're goblins, or someone leave their bag on the window, and somebody that have hallucination, they look at it and say, oh, there's a cat on the window. Oh, the cat is gonna hurt me. The cat is on the window. Get it off, get it off. So that is illusion. So there with illusion, there's something there, but the person interprets it wrong in their mind, basically. So it is there. Or for example, you go, a person is having illusion, right? You be like, oh, I'm gonna take my pen out so you can write with it. So you take your pen out to give it to that person. They be like, oh my god, she's gonna stab me, she have a knife, call the cops, she have a knife. So that's illusion. So with hallucination, so it's a false perception of reality, but it have to do with your senses. So that's the difference. With hallucination, it's a false perception of reality, but it have to do with your senses. With delusion, it does not have to do with your reality. It doesn't have to do with your senses. Okay, so with hallucination, you have different types of hallucination, and I'm going to with different types of hallucination. So you have the smelling, tasting, seeing, touching. So your five senses, right? So you misinterpret things, but you're using your senses to misinterpret that. So if you guys can go down in the comments and just tell me the difference between delusion, illusion, and hallucination. Just let me know that you learned something from this video. Just let me know that you learned something, and just give me one example of each. Maybe somebody else can read your comment, and they'll also learn from it too, you know. So I'm going to tell you about the different types of delusion. So you have rotomania. So basically, rotomania, a lot of people have this delusion. So basically, this is when a person believes that someone is infatuated about them or is in love with them, and that person that is in love with them is of higher caliber or of a higher class. That person is not going to really look at them. And most people that have that is females that are isolated. They haven't been out in the environment. They're not around people and stuff like that. So one example of that would be, you have you have your you have a person that doesn't come out. She stays in her room, watch TV all day. She yeah. So basically, she stays there, and she get this delusion where she watch a Lifetime movie, right? And she see the guy on Lifetime, and she look at the guy on Lifetime, and she be like, "Oh my God, he's in love with me. He's in love with me. This is first sight love. Don't you see that? He's in love with me." Or someone like they watch a football game and they say, "Oh, Tom Brady is in love with me. Tom Brady, don't you see the way how he looks at me?" And they're like looking at the TV and they tell you, "Don't you see how he looks at me? Don't you see how he looks at me? He knows my date of birth. He send me flowers. He does this and that." But in reality, the person doesn't know about them. The person don't know nothing about them. It's all in their head. It happens mainly with people in isolation. Yeah, so they think that someone is in love with them and might contact them, or the person, like, they're on the TV and they be like, "Oh my God, like, look how he looks at the TV because he knows that I'm watching." So that's the look he gives to me when I'm in front of him, and he's doing this because he knows that I'm watching. So that's the illusion. That's that delusion. And then you have grandiose delusion. So this is when the person basically have like high sense of importance about themselves, so they think that they're worth more than they are worth. They're more powerful than everybody. They're the smartest person. Their knowledge, like, they think that they're like top notch, but in reality they're not. But they think of themselves as high importance. And then with this delusion, a lot of people that have narcissistic behavior disorder, they like narcissistic personality disorder, they normally have grandiose behaviors. Okay. And then one example is boasting about maybe real accomplishment, or they exaggerate about a small accomplishment to make themselves feel better you know and a next example is, let me see, consider yourself more talented or intelligent than other people. So that's that type of delusion, that's grandiose. And then the third type, you have three types. So the third type is a jealous. So with that one, it's like, the person's always in their mind, they always think that their partner is basically cheating on them, or their loved one don't love them, but it's all in their head. That's delusional. So they'll see their partner like showing them all loves and support and stuff like that, but they be like, "You don't love me. You don't love me. I don't know why you don't love me. You're cheating on me. You hate me." So that's that type of delusion. Or they basically tell their family member, "Oh, you don't like me. I'm not. You don't talk to me. You don't." Even when their family member just called them like 2 seconds ago, you know. But that's that type of delusion. And then we're gonna go to hallucination. So the different types of hallucination. So you have the auditory hallucination. So this is sounds. So this is the most common type of hallucination. So they hear like different music playing. They hear, and it's not real. So this is not real hallucination. As I said before, if you guys have been like paying attention, um when I told you the definition about each. So auditory hallucination is the sounds, okay? So they're hearing things. And this is the most common type of hallucination, when they're hearing sounds that are not real. So they hear like music, they hear footsteps, they hear banging on the door, voices. And then the most common type of auditory hallucination is command hallucination. That's where most of the times those patient goes on one-on-one and VCs, which is one-on-one. You basically have IMHT sits with them, and then VC is the same thing, which but they stay 6 feet apart. And the VC, it stands for visual contact. So with command hallucination, most times with command hallucination, the patient are hearing to kill themselves, to harm themselves in certain ways, or to hurt other people. So that's why when the patients are starting to have command hallucination, they normally put them on one or a VC, because they don't. That's the reason why they are admitted in a psychiatric facility, to prevent harm from others, harm from themselves, or if they're gravely disabled. So those are the three things. That's why you're admitted in a psych facility: harm from yourself, to prevent harm from yourself, harm from others, or gravely disabled. Okay. Then you have visual, which is sight. So they're seeing things that are not there, like objects, shapes, people, animals, and light. So with this, you basically ask a patient, are you seeing things that other people around you may not see? Okay, with the sound one, you say, are you hearing things that other people around you may not hear? Okay, and then you have tactile, which is touch. So it's like they feel things on their body, and they also feel their body moving and stuff. And the most common example of this is they think like bugs are crawling on them, or they feel like, I had a patient where worms coming out of her face and stuff like that. So that's tactile hallucination, you know. Okay. And then we have a gustatory hallucination, which is your taste. So this hallucination is caused by taste, and most of the time it's like a strange or unpleasant taste, normally metallic taste. And then with the metallic taste, it normally happens in people that are like epileptic patients, like, yeah, those type of patient that just have like a seizure and stuff like that, they get that hallucination. That's It's more common in those type of people. And then you have which this one is just like a bonus, because they have like several types, but the ones that I just go over, the senses one, those like are the most common types, right? But you do like this one is like just a bonus I'm gonna give you. It's called presence hallucination. So this hallucination is basically thinking like, you're in your room and you feel like somebody is watching you, somebody's over your shoulder, somebody's in the background, or somebody just standing behind of you. So that's presence hallucination. Okay, guys. So I guess that's the end of the video. I just described what hallucination, delusion, and hallucinations are. If you guys found this video helpful, make sure you guys go ahead and comment down below. If you guys have any suggestion of any videos that you guys want me to do, I'm gonna be happy to do them, because I'm gonna start being free. My contract is about to be up, so I'm gonna start being free, so you guys can go ahead and drop those topics that you want me to cover, you know. And I'll be happy to do that. If you guys find this video interesting, or if you guys did learn anything from this video, make sure you guys go ahead and comment, thumbs up the video, and subscribe if you guys have not subscribed. I do have a lot of nursing contents if you guys are interested in that. I have a nursing playlist, but I also have and a variety of videos from hair, makeup, vlogs, stuff like that. So I'll see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys enjoy this, and thank you guys for watching. Bye guys.